So without that kind of business driving the economy, I am a little bit worried about the economy. And at the same time, we are seeing some impacts of tariffs on inflation already. And so so that certainly could continue. The Fed can address one or the other, but not both at the same time. And so I think that, they're obviously facing a very difficult decision. It's not entirely clear which side they'll come down on. I think equity investors potentially are a little ahead of themselves, and because we're still looking at very high levels of valuation, whether we look at, price earnings ratios for next year or the long-term price earnings ratio, the so-called CAPE. Stocks are expensive and I think reflect a lot of potential good news already. I've seen a lot of commentary recently about that there's really not a huge need to cut rates, that the economy is reasonably strong. And what many economists are more worried about is inflation. So I think the market has been up over, for the past several weeks on the prospect of rate cuts, and perhaps that prospect is fading. We actually have a recent study out that does look at what would happen if we didn't get a rate cut. And, without going too far into the weeds, the bottom line is it wouldn't be particularly good news. Markets are pricing in that rate cut. So even if there's no cut, it's kind of like a rate increase, at least in our minds. And so I think in general, it would not be good for equities in particular.
All right, let's check that weather forecast for northwest Pennsylvania on this Wednesday morning. Cloudy this morning, a few showers developing during the afternoon hours, and a high today around 75. Overcast, stray shower, thunderstorm possible tonight with a low in the low 60s. Thursday, cloudy, low 70s. Friday, sunshine, upper 70s. Saturday, partly cloudy, a high of 80. Sunday, isolated thunderstorms with temperatures in the mid-70s. Let's see. Not really getting the updated temperatures here around northwest Pennsylvania. Yeah, I give up. Yeah, it's not wanting to.
It doesn't want to play
update
today?
Here. No, it doesn't. That's too bad. All right, well, we'll get that local temperature for you here in a moment. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
Everybody wake up. It's a morning drill, helping to start your day. Everybody wake up. It's Luke and Amy to help you on your way. Thanks for waking up with the morning drill.
Yeah, all right. Happy Wednesday, middle of the week. Glad you're with us here this morning. Kind of a gloomy way to start the day. Used to all these beautiful days we've had with lots of sunshine. But, hey, you're kind of excited a little bit, right?
I'm incredibly excited.
We're not getting as much rain as I think we had initially thought.
No.
But
every little bit helps.
Yeah, I got some house cleaning things to do today. We're getting ready for our first week of high school football this Friday, and then other sports to follow. So this is this is a great day to kind of be inside and doing all the editing and working on that stuff
done.
Yeah, hopefully that's the name of the game today. We're running out of time.
Okay.
But how about you? What's going on today?
A lot. A lot.
We boy, it was so much fun. I hate the fact that I can't enjoy the Crawford County Fair because of getting ready for sport. And no matter what we try to do to ease it just never works out. You're relying on other people to get back to you on things, and there's a lot that goes into it. So it's always a busy week for us getting ready to get back into sports. Kids going back to school next week. So it's like we never had that opportunity to really spend time at the fair. We got to go a little bit last night. Our youngest got to play with the group Barry and Friends on the West End stage. The group before them, fantastic. The group after them, fantastic. Barry and Friends did a great job as well. It was a beautiful night to walk around the fair. There were so many people, and oh my gosh, the food. Oh, the food.
I know. It's hard to decide when you have like this much time, you're not there.
And I think I did okay.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't get a slice of pizza. You did. You got your TJ's pizza.
I got my TJ's pizza and my pumpkin funnel cake.
I'm gonna put. I gotta call them out.
What?
It's just not the same with TJ's pizza. They need to do the
chant.
Yeah, fresh, hot TJ's pizza. Or whatever they do.
Yeah.
They didn't do that.
Nope.
So that generation needs taught.
They do.
There was. I didn't even look to see if was the Campy's pizza, the thick, really.
Oh yeah,
big
we
stuff.
didn't even get around there.
No, we got close. We hit half of the grandstand. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I didn't see the. They had what was like a food truck trailer with pizza.
Oh yeah.
And that pizza looked really, really good. Mm-hmm. I'm a sucker for pizza.
You are.
But I had like a half a sub for lunch, so I wasn't like.
So you did well.
I did. I really did.
Okay.
I'm proud of myself.
You did good.
Today at the Crawford County Fair, things open up at 8 a.m.
Woo.
By the way, if you're camping at the Crawford County Fair and you have a dog, keep the dog at your campsite.
Yeah.
They made that announcement at least once. Or was it many times last night? Apparently, dogs are running around the Crawford County Fair. 8 a.m. But you got cows and horses everywhere. Open dairy, heifers judging going on. 10 a.m. Reining and generation classes. That's at the light horse and pony ring. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. special awards ceremony, exhibit building number 1. 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. fair detective contest, maps throughout the fairgrounds. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. at the Sportsman exhibit and home show buildings. They will be open. We did get to go through the at least one home show building. Mm-hmm. At noon, meet the Fair Queen. By the way, if you want to visit the folks at Armstrong, They're in the Home Show building. You can check them out. Noon to 1 live music, Z Factor Light on the West End stage. That's such a great little area.
It is.
You got Zerbini Family Circus at 1. 4-star Homemaker Award going on at 1 today. 1 to 5 Rides on the Midway. 1 to 9 Bingo. 2 to 3 live music by Tyler Ripper on the West End stage. 3 p.m. it's the 4-H FFA Dairy Goats Type and Showmanship Judging. 3:30 to 4:30 live music. Gregory Klink on the West End stage. Zerbini Family Circus at 4. At 5, multiple hitch classes, draft horse and saddle horse and pony. Tinsmith near the fair office at 5. Also at 5, mini horse pulls at the grandstand. 6 p.m. open and 4-H FFA market beef judging. Rides on the Midway from 6 to 10 tonight. Versatility at 6:30. 7 o'clock draft horse pulls. You got live bird rooster crowing contest at 7. Rooster crowing contest at 7. Zerbini Family Circus at 7 to 8 p.m. live music. Fred Oakman and the Flood on the West End stage. Tinsmith at 8. And line dancing at 8. That's all going on today. So, a lot to check out as the Crawford County Fair rolls along this week. We're going to get to birthdays and what we're celebrating in just a little bit. I think we've got Christa Lundy this morning from the Meadville Chamber. And maybe Susan Williams from the... this is kind of that time of the year where...
they're busy.
Which, I know they're busy during their fair seasons and festivals and stuff, but like different kind of busy where like out of the office, maybe even taking a little bit of a break. But anyways, we're going to find out if we're catching up with them. But we do have Kelly Clark for sure from Titusville Area Hospital joining us before we wrap things up here this morning. So looking for... we got to see our friends from Meadville Medical Center.
We did.
Last night. They've got a great building up there. You got what last night? Outside of the pizza, did you get...
I said the pumpkin funnel cake.
The pumpkin funnel cake, yeah. I got some French fries from Curly's. Yeah, very good. And again, it's a local owners. You've got Randolph Fire Department selling great things. Rotary was selling great things. So,
and Curly's got the French fry stand, and then a few doors down their barbecue stand.
Yeah, but you say
that was packed.
They had hot dogs at the French fry stand and cheese sticks.
Oh yeah, you were our son got barbecue chicken and ranch fries.
Loaded.
Yeah.
Bacon.
Yeah, and then when our two oldest are working at the barbecue stand, so when we went to visit them, it was packed. It smelled amazing. It was hot, and they were barbecuing some chickens at that time. But yeah, it was. Oh my gosh, it was crazy. So good food, a lot of options, a lot of great food there. So I was. They have these signs out front. They'll change.
Yeah, you were kind of stuck on
I was stuck on the signs. It was great. It was very interactive, promotional marketing on both, stands. So it was funny.
I was just thinking, signs. Here's a sign. Amy's kind of stuck on all of these signs.
Well, they were funny.
You were taking pictures of them.
Oh.
Every 2 seconds, we're stopping and what are you doing? Taking a picture.
You wouldn't let me post one of them. It was so funny. It's okay.
Well, get up to the fair. I was asked yesterday if we missed being there because we would... You saw your friend. Oh, Big Daddy. Mm-hmm. Big Daddy is still selling the, the candied nuts. Oh, my gosh. It was so good to see Big Daddy. Yeah, I was... he looks great. He doesn't look like he's aged a day. Had a chance... Because when we would be there to broadcast from the Crawford County Fair, which we do miss, he would be right across from us almost, and we would have just great conversation. He's such such a lovely man. He's such a lovely man. Okay. But he's doing well. He sold his business. His wife passed away a couple years ago. He sold the business. He's like, I got to handle the medical expenses and stuff, but I'm helping the guy I sold it to. So it's great that he was there.
Yeah.
But
and they were busy. They were incredibly busy themselves. So.
I'm like, I don't know why you guys have to hand out these free samples. This stuff should sell itself.
Yeah. All you should do is like walk past, smell it, and you're like, I want one of each.
Yeah. What's the recipe there, Big Daddy?
So good.
I should get that from him.
You should have bought the business. Because you need one more thing.
Yeah, you're already nuts. Why not sell them? Cashews and gosh, good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, then I saw
so good.
There was another one that had like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm just like, nah, I gotta go with Big Daddy.
Yeah,
but it was so good to see him.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we do miss being there. It's just when the high school football schedule a few years back shifted, and it got earlier, and it hit on that fair week. It used to be you could go fair week, and then the first football game was the week after. Mm-hmm. It was easier to kind of manage things. You could sneak out for one day.
Yeah.
But you know how it's been for me this week. Even yesterday, it was like, but it's like you got a kid that's going to be playing. You got to go see it.
Yeah.
All right. We get to birthdays here and what we're celebrating. What is it? Today's the 20th day.
I know.
Of August.
Yeah, I was just thinking, we were just joking that, we were telling our kids you're going back to school this month.
I was telling somebody that yesterday.
Next
I said,
week.
Every time it hits July 1st, I always say, hey, you guys go back to school next month. As just sort of that's a lame joke, but
yeah,
it elicits a smirk or two. But yeah, and then it's like you hit 4th of July and then you blink and now we're here.
Downhill slide.
Who's celebrating today?
Rocker Robert Plant is 77. Weatherman Al Roker is 71. Actor Ki Hugh Kwan is 55.
Short round?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
From Temple of Doom, right? Or Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yep, 55. Singer Fred Durst is 55. Actor Andrew Garfield is 42. And singer and actor Demi Lovato is 33.
Wow. All right. Happy birthday to them. And happy birthday to you if today happens to be your birthday. From all of us here today. What are we celebrating?
All right. Today we have National Bacon Lovers Day. National Chocolate Pecan Pie Day.
Oh, I did have a slice of the apple pie.
There you go. And?
It was good.
Okay. National Radio Day. St. Stephen's Hungry Day. World Mosquito Day. And that's it. That's all.
I believe I forgot that part. Pie. Dutch apple pie.
Okay. What you saw? We saw our friends from Curly's trucking it through.
With big, yeah. They bought the whole pie.
They bought 2 whole pies. So they were dropping off one pie at one stand and the other pie at the other. So.
Okay.
It's funny.
Yeah.
All right.
It was cute. This little kid waited on me at the pie stand.
He's trying to keep a tip.
Fallowfield Pie. Yeah,
well
he
trained.
did.
He was well trained.
They were busy though, but he was very friendly. He came right up and he's like, "What can I get you?" Like, I'll have a slice of that Dutch apple pie. It's like, oh, okay. And then he marches back, comes back. It's in a container. And I said, hey, thank you so much. Can I have a fork, please? And he's like, oh, yeah. And then he brings me the fork. And I said, the pie's $5, right? He said, yeah. I said, okay. Oh, yeah, you gave me a 20. I'll be right back. He must have been like, I don't know, 12, 10.
Aww.
I don't know. But yeah,
learning.
He is. That's great. Put those kids to work.
Sure.
Need to learn. Susan Williams will be with us here this morning. So look
perfect.
Forward to Susan and Kelly. All right, we'll be coming up on 7:30 here this morning. Glad you're with us on this Wednesday, middle of the week. Weather-wise, looking at some rain. We left the fair last night. We had to make another trip last night. So we left the fair early. I don't know what time, 6:30-ish? Or right before that, we took off. We had to take off. And then the rains came in after that. But, it was kind of in the sky. You could tell it was going to rain. We hit rain where we went, and then on the way home. Actually, when we had to run up to Erie, and it was coming down pretty good.
You had this great point last night because so you have football that you're preparing for, and really I can make fun of you all I want. I'm a pre-planner, but you can't pre-plan some of this stuff, and you don't leave as much room for error as I do. Again, you can't sometimes, and I get that. Okay. I understand that. But we also have our son's playing soccer, back to school, 2 kids going back to college, and we are part of a group that runs a youth soccer program, and everything for that is happening this week as well. And that's a lot of work for both of us. So you said last night, as we're rushing up for this last minute item, and if this doesn't work, you're in trouble. Like, we should really make a documentary about like trying to pull the season together, and and so you're like, well, we made a last minute trip to Erie last night. Yep, we did. And I'll probably have to go tonight if something isn't right. And yeah. So
it's okay. It'll be okay.
It'll be fine.
All right. 7:30, your headlines are coming up next. This is the morning drill, and a little bit of rain today.
Discover no-sweat savings of over $7,000 off your next Chevy truck. It's Community Chevrolet's Dog Days of Summer sales event. Our mascot Clark can hardly contain his excitement, and he's asleep, of course. This month, don't sleep on our hottest savings of the summer, including more than $7,000 off MSRP on a new Silverado, or save nearly $2,000 on hot new SUVs like the Trax and the Equinox. The Dog Days of Summer sales event. Where? At Community Chevrolet.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning provides residential and light commercial air conditioning services throughout the area. They understand the importance of your cooling system working properly. That is why you can trust in Vanderhoof to do the job right. Whether it's a non-working air conditioner, yearly maintenance, or a new install, you can be assured that we will solve your problem quickly and efficiently. Your home's air conditioning system is far more than just temperature. It's a complete comfort system that combines temperature, humidity, air quality, and above all, safety. Vanderhoof Heating and Air Conditioning in Titusville.
Looking for expert orthopedic care? Dr. Charlie Gates, a trusted name at Titusville Area Hospital, can help you regain mobility and a better quality of life. With years of experience and a passion for personalized care, Dr. Gates specializes in treating a wide range of orthopedic conditions. Whether it's joint pain, sports injuries, or orthopedic surgery, trust Dr. Charlie Gates at Titusville Area Hospital for your orthopedic care. Call 814-827-9770 today to schedule your appointment.
Welcome to Inspire Med Spa, the place you know and love for massages, Botox, laser resurfacing, and semi-permanent makeup. Now we're offering even more, including laser hair removal, tattoo removal, and hair rejuvenation. Our team is here to provide expert care in a peaceful, luxurious environment designed with your relaxation in mind. And with our newly added services, now you can get all your beauty services in one place. Visit Inspire Med Spa today, because you deserve to look and feel your best.
I know sometimes we get into it and it's just hard on both of us, but try to understand me more and I'll try to do the same. But you have excuses because you're old, so it's okay.
Listening is a form of love. Find ways to support your kids at sounditouttogether.org.
Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding is located at 305 East Spring Street in Titusville. Marsh Home Center welcomes you in to explore their growing inventory of name brand furniture, appliances, and bedding. Need something not currently in stock? No problem. Order from Marsh's online catalog and have it delivered right to your door. Visit Marsh's to see their entire showroom. Ask questions, see what items are on sale, or just stop in and say hi. Marsh Home Center Furniture, Appliances, and Bedding, behind Giant Eagle in Titusville.
Whether you want to go and lead in your craft in the trades, whether you want to go and be that nurse or medical worker and have a real impact on lives, or whether you want to go and help that business improve its bottom line, this is the place. And now is your time to go with confidence, to go with skill, to go succeed. The Education and Training Center at Pitt Titusville.
Vehicle shopping? Make sure you check out Titusville Ford first. Shop our amazing selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock. Visit us on Route 8 in Titusville and see why our customer service is a cut above the rest. Titusville Ford, your hometown dealer.
U.S. stocks finished mostly lower on Tuesday, with the Dow ending essentially flat, the S&P 500 dropping about 0.6%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq losing nearly 1.5%. Investors are focused on the Federal Reserve's annual symposium in Jackson Hole, Wyoming this week, culminating in remarks on Friday from Chair Jerome Powell. And that has them on edge, according to Melissa Brown, Managing Director of Investment Decision Research at SimCorp.
I think things may be heading south today because possibly the prospect of the Fed cutting rates or discussing cutting rates at the meeting on Friday, maybe there's a little less chance of that. I've seen a lot of commentary recently about that there's really not a huge need to cut rates, that the economy is reasonably strong. And what many economists are more worried about is inflation.
Despite that, interest rate futures point to a total of 2 25 basis point rate cuts this year, with the first expected in September, according to data compiled by LSEG. Among Tuesday's stock movers were megacaps, which lost ground after rallying much of the year, with AI darling Nvidia shedding 3.5%, its biggest drop in nearly 4 months. Some market participants have expressed concerns about AI-related stocks after OpenAI CEO Sam Altman said they are in a bubble in an interview with The Verge late last week. Shares of Intel jumped roughly 7% after the chipmaker got a $2 billion capital injection from Japan's SoftBank Group. And shares of Palo Alto Networks rose 3% after the cybersecurity company forecast fiscal 2026 revenue and profit above estimates.
Well, joining us this morning is the executive director of the Meadville Area Chamber of Commerce. It's Susan Williams. It's Christa Lundy. Hi, Christa. How are you?
Morning.
It's one of those days. She's next. Yes. I was just emailing her a link. So, how are you, Christa?
I am well, and it's been some time, and sorry I planned on being there this morning, but I have a meeting. I am sitting at Crawford Tech this morning. You know those meetings.
Yes. That's excellent. This is, I'll tell you what, great things come out of there, and we talk about it all the time. We have such wonderful local talent, and Crawford Tech's one of those avenues that can really bring it out in you and just showcase what you can do, and you can go out and set the world on fire.
Absolutely, and we have our K-12 program. I have a meeting here first, and then our Chamber Foundation after that, which the K-12 program is under. So a couple of meetings this morning, and then a fall golf meeting this afternoon, and then another meeting this afternoon. So it is one of those days, but that's what gets a lot done. So I have great committees and volunteers, and we are winding down. Had a very busy week so far, and of course it's going to rain this week because it's Fair Week. We've been up to the fair and had a great time up there. We had an overflow in our tent Monday night. Luke, we had a tent there for our bonus after hours at the fair, and had so many people they wouldn't fit in our tent, so that was just fabulous. Big thank you to Bars Insurance and Blue Canopy Marketing for sponsoring that.
Awesome. We ventured out last night for a little bit and got to see a lot of great plays. I'll tell you, there's so many great displays and great information, and it's people I think just enjoy being up there, which is wonderful.
Oh, absolutely, and the fair food doesn't hurt either.
Not at all, not at all. And really, you've had a busy couple weeks from ribbon cuttings to getting ready for events. There's been a lot happening. I think you guys just had a ribbon cutting, out in Conneaut Lake area last week?
Yeah, at Prestige Shine Auto Detailing. The girls handled that one for me. I was out of town last week, but they had a great turnout and a lot of community support, and Sam and Gavin there are doing a tremendous job with their team, and are young entrepreneurs and started business in high school and have transformed it into a great detailing business. So congratulations to them. And then Monday we had, like I said, our after hours at the fair, and looking forward to a busy week next week. I mean, next Monday is our Businesswomen's Roundtable. We're going to be on the Barbara J, and actually, we did say originally it was going to be limited to the first 40 people. Well, we filled that and had a waiting list, so we are just paying for any extra ladies that want to join us. So if you are interested, please call the Chamber. That event is sponsored by Eternal Glow, the spa in Conneaut Lake, and Erica and her team are going to be doing many services on the boat. We're having some mocktails and some cocktails and some appetizers and floating around Conneaut Lake. And then the group, many of us are going to Silver Shores afterwards for dinner. All about women supporting business women, and we're going to be going over all the details for our Women in Business Expo, which is happening in a couple months. But that kicks off next week on Monday the 25th. And then Tuesday, our HR Consortium at noon at Haas's on the 26th is Crawford County Update from Crawford County Commissioner Eric Henry. So looking forward to that as well, especially, right after Fair Week, to hear what maybe the inside scoop of things that happen, that people don't realize. And that's your time to ask these elected officials anything you'd like to. Eric will do a tremendous job going over some things, but we always have question and answers for that, and that's at noon at Haas's on the 26th.
Oh, that's awesome. And, I ask those guys all the time, and most of our elected officials who are up there, like, do you mind if people during the fair come up and ask you a question or talk to you? And they, no, absolutely. That's part of the fun of the fair for them, is being out and seeing everybody.
Absolutely, that's part of it for them.
I would imagine, Christa, that's the same with the business owners as well. It's a chance for the public to come up and talk to them when maybe, everybody gets busy during, the rest of the year. The fair's a chance to just kind of be out and talk to people, which is great.
Absolutely, and I know Monday night the chamber team, the girls went up a little earlier than I did. I was still catching up from being on vacation last week. So they went up about an hour before me, and they walked around and took a lot of pictures at our chamber member businesses and then said, hey, tag yourself in our post if you're a chamber member and you have a business here so people know to come see you and say hello. And they just went around and said hello and checked in on some of our members and wanted to promote them and before the event. And it was just wonderful. We were so glad to see so many people, not only at our tent, but then right around us. We had, one federal credit union was there doing some things and some of the radio stations and things like that. So it was a really great night. And then we're looking forward to next Wednesday is our fall golf outing, and it's the biggest one we've had. I have 40 teams and a waiting list of people wanting to get in, and you should have 36 teams, so that's going to be a long day, but the crew will have a good time. So if anyone was interested in golfing, I'm sorry, it is full and overfull, but we are still looking for a couple sponsors and some line prizes or donation baskets for the auction, things like that, because we'll have almost 200 people at the golf course next Wednesday.
Wow, that's going to be great. And I think the weather's supposed to be wonderful.
It is. It's supposed to be nice, so I'm praying it holds to that and stays 70s and something.
And, the banner, I think, on your Facebook page is also previewing an event that's really fun, really big, and coming quickly, and that is the Wine, Brew, and Spirits Walk.
You are correct. We're looking forward to that. We've sold a lot of tickets already. I think we have 20, close to 30 stops on the walk. And last week I actually used one of the auction packages from our auction that was donated by Bars Insurance. They donated a week at Treasure Lake in Du Bois at a home they have there. And then Bush Investment Group donated $200 to Luigi's Restaurant. So I went there and relaxed for the week and had some time with my dear chamber friend Jody from the Du Bois Chamber, and Susan came down and Tracy came. We had a day and explored Du Bois, but I also did some event research for the wine walk and got a couple new wineries to participate in our wine walk while I was there. So they're not even on the original poster. We have to add them, but looking forward to that day. September 13th is a really fun day in town. It's second Saturday, so we encourage you to come downtown, have breakfast somewhere, have lunch somewhere, check out all the vendors, go to the historic market house, plan your day for the wine walk later that day, and that begins from 3 and goes till 7. Then grab dinner somewhere too. I mean, it's a full day in town, and there's many things that you can do, and we want to highlight our downtown.
You said something that kind of made me think of something else. You have these events throughout the year, and I think you've changed the name, but the maximize your membership, opportunities. I was just thinking, there's times where people will come to you near the start of an event and be like, "Hey, we want to do this." So maybe they don't get added to every publication or piece of marketing. Whereas they come to you a year before an event, 6 months, they really have a chance to maximize that exposure by being part of it earlier. And I know not everybody can do that, and circumstances change for especially small businesses, but really if somebody were to sit down with you, Christa, and say, hey, we're really interested in being a sponsor of one of these big signature events that you have, or even the events in between, we really want to maximize that exposure. It's best to sit down with you well ahead of time, because you do plan things out well in advance.
Absolutely, and we're actually looking at 2026 events. All of our events now for the remainder of the year have been planned for months, and we can certainly add new sponsors as we go, and we want to do that. They just might not get the full effect of the sponsorship, in the original postings, but we certainly do so many things on social media and on Facebook Live videos and on our website and at all of the events that we have. Like I'm at a meeting today, but I'll talk about upcoming events that we have within the next couple weeks and things like that. But we can always add more sponsors, we can always add more attendees, but to get the most kind of bang for your buck, you want to get in on the initial advertising and marketing. And we are actually doing that now for next year's summer event. It's not going to be Thunder in the City any longer. Next year it will be the Tool City Summerfest. You are hearing it first, Luke.
Wow.
So we are changing it up, but we're already have some things lined up new for that. We already have some people that want to sponsor with the name change. We're already looking at some big bands to bring in. We're looking at fireworks. We're looking at more family-friendly events downtown and so forth. So it's going to be the Tool City Summerfest.
Wow.
So looking forward to that. And but we're working on that, and that is first weekend in August next year, which will be July 31st and August 1st.
Okay. All right. Boy, that's big news here this morning.
It is. Big news. Big news. And actually, I probably need to go a little early. I apologize. So, but I just wanted to be sure to talk with you this morning, and thanks for all that you do for us. I know we greatly appreciate you, not just myself, but all the chambers that you support and promote and allow us to come on here and talk about what we do, Luke. We love what we do. I mean, I know Susan and Kat love what they do. Tracy loves what she does. Jody loves what she does. Like, I love what I do. Yesterday was my 12-year anniversary over here. I don't know if you saw that on
yes.
social media.
Congrats.
But, and I was at Titusville for 5 before that. But we appreciate you supporting all that we do for all these years. So,
hey, the heartbeats of our community, right?
Oh, I love that. I love that. I'm going to add that to my card.
Thanks, Christa. All the best. We'll catch up with you next week.
Thanks so much. Have a great week, Luke.
All right.
I'll be over next Wednesday.
Sounds good. Looking forward to it.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That's Christa Lundy joining us here this morning, Executive Director of the Meadville Area Chamber of Commerce, and doing great things there. And some big news. Big news here this morning with Thunder in the City, that name going away next year. So, yeah, should be pretty exciting to see what's to come. Well, let's take a quick look at what happened in Major League Baseball yesterday, and the Cubs beat the Brewers 6-4. It was the Cardinals over the Marlins 7-4. Blue Jays got the best of the Buccos in Pittsburgh 7-3, the final there. Tigers with the 1-0 win over the Astros. Took 10 innings to get there. So, yeah. Phillies beat the Mariners 6-4. Mets pounded the Nationals 8-1. 11 innings for the Orioles and Red Sox, with Baltimore coming out on top 4-3. Braves with the 11-10 win over the White Sox. Yankees over the Rays 13-3. A's beat the Twins 6-3. Royals over the Rangers 5-2. Cubs with the win over the Brewers 4-1. Dodgers 11. Rockies 4. Angels fell to the Reds 6-4. Diamondbacks over the Guardians 6-5. Padres beat the Giants 5-1, the final there. Let's look at what's scheduled today, and the Pirates have an afternoon game at 12:35, again with the Blue Jays. Phillies and Mariners at 1:05. Tigers and Astros at 1:10. Guardians in Arizona to take on the Diamondbacks at 3:40. Marlins to host the Cardinals again at 6:40. Mets and Nationals at 6:45. Braves and White Sox. Rays, Yankees. Twins taking on the A's tonight. Royals and Rangers. Cubs and Brewers at 8:05. Rockies have the Dodgers at 8:40. You got the A's and Reds at 9:38. And at 9:40 tonight, the Padres taking on the Giants. Let's go National League for a moment, and we'll kind of run down the divisions here. National League East, you got Philadelphia leading that pack. The Mets behind them, Marlins, Atlanta, and Washington. National League Central Division, Milwaukee, Cubs, Cincinnati, St. Louis, and Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's been in the basement pretty much all season. It's just really struggling with a lot of things, or if they do make a run and have a good week or two, it seems like the Cubs or Milwaukee kind of pour it on themselves and kind of remain at the head of the pack there. But the Buccos are 26 and a half games back. That's a lot. 26 and a half games back. They are 53 and 74. Only 53 wins, 74 losses. Not the worst, though. We're going to get to that. National League West, you got the Dodgers, then San Diego, San Francisco, Arizona, and Colorado. Let's look at Colorado. 36 wins this season, 90 losses. 90. They are 36 games behind the Dodgers in that division. So, yeah, that's pretty bad. That's the worst in baseball. American League East, Toronto at the top, Then the Yankees, you got Boston, Tampa Bay, and Baltimore. American League Central Division, Detroit, Kansas City, Cleveland, Minnesota, and the Chicago White Sox. White Sox with 45 wins. American League West, Houston, Seattle, Texas, Angels, and A's with in that division there. Now, when it comes to the best in baseball, you're looking at Milwaukee with 79 wins, 47 losses. Dodgers have 72 wins. Philadelphia has 73 wins. Toronto, 74 wins. Detroit, 75 wins. Houston, 69 wins. So that's kind of the spread. You look at the top of those teams that have at least, well, Houston 69, but those are the teams that have at least 70-plus wins there. So that's what it's looking like as we get closer and closer to the end of the season, and we think about the World Series coming up in just a few short months. That's always fun baseball to watch. Real quick, we can look at some NFL information here. Again, all the Week 2 preseason games underway or wrapped up. Coming into Week 3 for preseason action, you got the Panthers hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers tomorrow night at 7. So that's a Thursday night game, 7 o'clock. The Panthers will host the Pittsburgh Steelers in the final preseason game. Giants and Patriots Thursday at 8. On Friday, the Jets take on the Eagles. The Titans and Vikings Friday night. Cowboys and Falcons. Chiefs taking on the Bears. You've got on Saturday the Commanders and Ravens. Saints and Broncos on Saturday. Lions and Texans. Browns take on the Rams in Cleveland. Bengals and Colts. Packers and Seahawks. Dolphins taking on the Jaguars, Buccaneers, and the Bills. That'll be Saturday night at 7:30. The 49ers take on the Chargers, and the Cardinals and Raiders Saturday night at 10. So Week 3 of preseason football action all happening between Thursday and Saturday, whereas last weekend it was kind of spread out. I'm not sure. I can't remember if it was a Thursday or at least Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. It was pretty spread out last weekend. But everything kind of contained this weekend to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And then a couple weeks off, and we'll be right into the NFL. So it's coming fast. College football quickly approaching as well, coming a bit sooner than the NFL. So we're actually going to have a breakdown of the NFL matchups and predictions. I believe the first Friday here in September. We'll have an in-depth show on that, and looking forward to that. Coming up on 8 o'clock here this morning, we'll take a quick look at that weather forecast. Kind of a wet start to this Wednesday. Could see a little bit of rain later today. Got cloudy skies with a few showers this afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 70s. Overcast, a stray shower or thunderstorm possible tonight with lows in the mid-60s. And we'll be back with you tomorrow morning. Looking at cloudy skies for your Thursday and temperatures in the mid-70s. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel.
For over 11 years, Triple M Roofing has been providing Amish quality craftsmanship and work ethic that you can rely on. Pole barns, decks, porches, siding, and almost all roofing needs, Triple M Roofing will get the job done on time without sacrificing quality or the promise to deliver within your budget. Call today for a free estimate, 814-964-0472. Waiting is what you'll do with the other guys. Getting it done is what we do. Amish owned and operated, we're Triple M Roofing.
Who can solve this equation? Ooh, me. Anyone else? Fine. Jake from State Farm. Again.
Right. It's the personal price plan theorem. If you bundle your home and auto, that can equal an affordable price just for you.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Are you tired of juggling multiple pill bottles? Titusville Express Pharmacy has your solution, now offering compliance packaging. Your medication sorted and sealed by dose, making it easier than ever to stay on track. In a hurry? Take advantage of our convenient drive-through service. We also offer free local delivery for those that qualify. Titusville Express Pharmacy, where convenience meets care. Visit us today at 401 West Spring Street in Titusville. Simplify your medication routine with Titusville Express Pharmacy.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. Poppy's is now an authorized steel dealer with everything you need to have for sawing and cutting or mowing to digging. And of course, Poppy's has tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more for your next wedding or get-together. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project. Poppy's Place on the Tenesta Road in Pleasantville. Community Connect Federal Credit Union, serving Crawford, Venango, Forest, and Warren counties. Their mission is to provide quality, low-cost, and personal financial products for the growth and security of their members and families. Stop in, call, or visit our website, communityconnectfcu.com, and click Join to get started. Community Connect Federal Credit Union, 1050 East Spring Street in Titusville.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversations. Try our new menu items, the T-bone steak, homemade meatloaf dinner, or soft shell crab tacos. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the new lobster ravioli, shrimp and scallop pasta, or our popular Asiago chicken. Don't forget about our famous burgers or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
Titusville Market Square is home to over 100 unique vendors featuring antiques, collectibles, candles, coins, baked goods, dairy products, food items, comic books, toys, and so much more. You'll discover something new every time you walk through the door. Did we mention the selection of baked goods, breads, Clark's Donuts, and Amish pies? Titusville Market Square has you covered. Stop in to explore today. Titusville Market Square in downtown Titusville.
Thinking about switching to 5G home internet? Think again. Unlike Zoom from Armstrong, 5G home internet is delivered by a cell tower. The further away you are, or the more devices connected to that tower, the slower your internet is. Cell phone providers also play favorites. When their network gets busy, cell phones win, and your home internet pays the price. Stick with Armstrong to get more data, more speed, and internet whenever you need it, not whenever they want. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
U.S. stocks finished mostly lower on Tuesday, with the Dow ending essentially flat, the S&P 500 dropping about 0.6%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq losing nearly 1.5%. Investors are focused on the Federal Reserve's annual symposium in Jackson Hole, Wyoming this week, culminating in remarks on Friday from Chair Jerome Powell. And that has them on edge, according to Melissa Brown, Managing Director of Investment Decision Research at SimCorp.
I think things may be heading south today because possibly the prospect of the Fed cutting rates or discussing cutting rates at the meeting on Friday maybe there's a little less chance of that. I've seen a lot of commentary recently about that there's really not a huge need to cut rates, that the economy is reasonably strong. And what many economists are more worried about is inflation.
Despite that, interest rate futures point to a total of 2 25 basis point rate cuts this year, with the first expected in September, according to data compiled by LSEG. Among Tuesday's stock movers were megacaps, which lost ground after rallying much of the year, with AI darling Nvidia shedding 3.5%, its biggest drop in nearly 4 months. Some market participants have expressed concerns about AI-related stocks after OpenAI CEO Sam Altman said they are in a bubble in an interview with The Verge late last week. Shares of Intel jumped roughly 7% after the chipmaker got a $2 billion capital injection from Japan's SoftBank Group. And shares of Palo Alto Networks rose 3% after the cybersecurity company forecast fiscal 2026 revenue and profit above estimates.
Joining us this morning is the President and CEO of the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. It's Susan Williams. Good morning, Susan. How are you?
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Fabulous. Good to see you too. I feel like it's been a while. Maybe it's only been a couple weeks, but it feels like a while.
It has, yeah. It feels like maybe the aftermath of Oil Heritage Festival and.
Yeah, there's so much going on right now. It feels like we're just squeezing in every bit of summer that we can get, and we've been so very fortunate to have. Really some beautiful days, some really, really hot days, but some really beautiful days to be gathering in our communities and just celebrating all kinds of things. I was one of the lucky people got to visit and see so many people during Bridge Fest this past weekend. And we were blessed again with hot but dry weather. So
yeah. That's wonderful. And I think it also shows that it doesn't slow down. There's always something going on, always something to take part in, to be invested in, and it doesn't slow up as kids go back to school, because I know you're planning for Cranberry Festival.
Oh, my goodness. It does not. Yeah, September feels to me like it might be the busiest month on the calendar this year. There's so much coming up. And while I'm most familiar with some of the things that are scheduled right, close by in Oil City, I know that equally there are things in Titusville and Franklin and Cranberry. Of course, the Cranberry Festival is where we're really focused on right now as we head towards September 20th. So we are gathering community members who want to offer activities and be volunteers and really just generally celebrate with the community. This year there will be a parade. So that's... It's not the first, because there were parades many, many years ago, longer ago than I happen to remember. But the community has said that we want to bring back the parade. So that's going to be a big deal. It's going to be at 10 o'clock on the 20th, and it will kind of lead people out the highway towards the Cranberry Mall, where we'll have the festival starting at 11. So that promises to be a great day. And then wrapped all around that are all kinds of cool things going on. Here in Oil City, we have the ARMA Festival, that is a new festival that the Oil City Main Street is introducing, that will have music and arts along the Allegheny River. The Wine Walk will be happening. I think that's the night before Cranberry Festival on the 19th. We've got a lot of galas going on. Bridge Builders Community Foundations will hold their event. I think that is actually the 27th at Cross Creek. On the 20th, the evening of the 20th, the Oil Region Libraries are holding their gala. I know I just saw another one last night. Oh, the Venango Museum is planning their event that's October. So we're already looking out that far. But I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Farm to Fork is happening again this year on the 20th. That's a favorite event. If anyone hasn't attended that or haven't got your tickets yet, I would encourage you to. That's the Titusville Renaissance or Arts Council, I think. So
Renaissance.
Renaissance. Yeah. So wonderful, wonderful event right there in Titusville that I try not to miss. This year, I just have a conflict. So many things going on, and all that with the kids' sports seasons. Kids are going back to activities and, their athletics. So no reason to be bored in this neck of the woods.
Yeah. I was just thinking, you've got leadership that's I think the retreat that you have will be coming up.
Yes, that will be that weekend leading into the 27th.
Okay.
I'd have to back off to figure out my dates. I guess like the 25th, 26th. We have a class of 17 as we stand right now, and it is certainly possible that we would add one or two people to that. I doubt we'll go beyond that. But we've been meeting with each of the people that are in our class. We've been doing Zoom interviews because we always have a few people that we don't know. They're new to us. An employer is sending someone that we haven't had the pleasure of meeting. So it's nice to put a face to who we're going to see at the retreat, and gives us a really good chance to set expectations from both sides and answer any questions. So that's been really fun to see our class come together. I think we've done about 4 of those, and we'll be busy over the next week doing a bunch more.
I just, as you were kind of just going through all the great events that are happening in our region, you just smile because there's really so much to take in and enjoy, and there's really never a moment to sit around and say, boy, there's nothing going on. There's always something going on. And a lot of these things require volunteers. So if you're sitting at home going, I'd like to be involved in something, I'm sure a call to you could be pointing somebody in the right direction.
Yeah, we can certainly try. There are times when it's hard to figure out what the right volunteer opportunity is. But I think the most important thing when you're trying to fill your days and you have a heart for volunteering is to get specific. If you know that there's something going on out there that you're particularly drawn to, so it might be a community event, or you see an organization that you think, I really love what they're doing. I think what they're doing is important. I want to be part of that. Or you have a skill set. Everybody says I'm great with people. So that's good. We want any volunteer to be great with people, be friendly, be able to answer questions. But we need to know, are you physically able to help us set up tables and move things around? Can you run across town real quick and pick up ice if we need you to? So we definitely need to know that. But, is your superpower that you can put together a spreadsheet, or that you're willing to make calls and ask people for donations? It's really helpful if you can be specific about those things. And that helps us really match up volunteers. I know I was asked to take care of kind of a segment of volunteering for the ARMA Festival, the Allegheny River Music and Arts Festival. And Stivet would like to have ambassadors, community ambassadors that will sit in an information area and answer questions and direct people. So, I'm looking for some people that want to join me in doing that for a rather long shift, but I'm excited about it. I've already found some friends to fill in some gaps. But those need to be people that also know and understand the area. So when people walk up and say, hey, I'm trying to find that literary thing going on at the campus, we're going to need people that have the ability to direct them there, or to easily describe where they can find the food that they want to find. So now that could be an opportunity for someone newer to the area to sit with me and learn about that while they're going through that with me. But it also might be someone that really knows and understands and loves sharing that kind of information. I see it as a really great hospitality opportunity, and one that, maybe there's someone out there that says, oh, I wish I was better at hospitality. We can learn together.
I'm having flashbacks of conversations we've had either around the holidays or around big tourist times of the year where, you've said you could be that person that, if you're a business owner and somebody comes in and they say, hey, this is great, and they buy a couple things, and then they say to you, I'm looking for this, and you just say, I can't help you, have a good day, instead of saying, oh, you know what, somebody down the street might have that. Those little things like that can make a big difference.
And be willing to make a quick call. There are times when you can't, where you're like, I am sorry, I'm not the one that can help you right now, and I'm in a pinch of time. But this is one of the times I like the word "but." I'm pretty careful about using the word "but" because what did Dr. Phil used to say? As soon as you say the word "but," everything you just said went away. Was crossed out. I think one of the times that it's acceptable is when you have to say no, but. Unfortunately, I don't have that information, or I can't help you with that thing. But here's what I can help you do. Here's somebody I know that might be able to help you. So what is that that thing that follows your no? That is, but we will do our very, very best to get you what you need. So I think this is a really good time to focus on what that's going to be. And that's transferable even today as you go through your day with your family, with your employees, with your customers. Try to think about how you can follow every negative with a but and a positive.
I again, a flashback here. There are communities around here where I think that sense of community isn't there because of that, as opposed to those communities who are strong and they say, hey, I'm looking for a place to eat. Here's this place, here's that place. That's community to me, not, I don't know, just walk down the street.
Yeah, well, and the most discouraging thing we hear in rural communities, I bet they have these in every community, not just rural communities, but we hear things louder in rural communities because there's less of us, so we overhear things and we have things repeated. It's that, oh, well, there's nothing here. I'm looking for someplace good to eat. Well, good luck with that, because there's really no choices. I just said earlier this week, there are not enough days in the week for me to get to all the places I'd like to eat at locally. It's not practical for me to eat out every night. So if I can get out, 2 or 3 nights a week, maybe even that's a little excessive, but, out for lunch a few days. There was a time when I ate lunch out every day in my early days when there were a lot of choices. But even now, I could easily find a place within 10 miles to eat a great lunch, not just a good lunch, a great lunch every day. And dinner, even more choices. There are days of the week that are harder. And I heard someone kind of fussing about that yesterday, that, Mondays are really hard. They are, because our restaurants are really, really busy on Saturday and Sunday. So many of them take a break. So you gotta try a little harder to find something that's open on Monday. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
When Austin is open, a Monday's only restaurant, if you want to solve that problem for us. I just think there are so many choices of things to do. And even shops, when we're looking for gifts and things like that, again, we sometimes fuss that, we just don't have enough options. But I sometimes find it easier to find those things locally in businesses I know than to go, making a trip to Erie and Pittsburgh and being overwhelmed and coming home empty-handed because it's like, I don't know how to pick.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's easier too when you have that friendly welcome and the, hey, if you need something, let us know. Or if you need help, with the description of an item you're interested in, we can help you with that too. I mean, that's always a plus.
Yeah, it is. I just feel so lucky to live here. And I believe that if I were in a different community somewhere else, with the right attitude, you can find ways to love the community that you're in. But here, being familiar with everything we have to offer, it's really hard when you hear people talk about the negatives. There are things in life that are just challenging. I was just reading a thread, there have been some changes in garbage service lately in our community. And that's a challenge for some people. And for some people, it's a real challenge, depending on the resources you have to kind of navigate things. But those challenges exist in every community. There's something. So focus on the good and what you can embrace, and then figure out what the most important problems are. And, chambers are a great place to go to call us. And this is very likely to be a no, but we don't know how to fix that problem. But I'm pretty sure we know someone that can get you there, that will be helpful. So, I think it's important to prioritize those things that are challenging you in the community you live in, and then try one by one to figure out how you can resolve those and make your experience day to day a little bit better.
Well, and that's why it's important to be a member, to be able to be in that network of people that you can call up and say, hey, I just talked to somebody. You might want to reach out to them. Before we continue, let's do this real quick. You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Susan Williams with us here this morning, President and CEO of the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce. I love the fact that you rattled off a whole bunch of things happening. Things do not slow down. There's always something to look forward to. And, even those weekends maybe, or during the week when things are kind of slow and day to day and kids are going back to school and kind of back into that routine, still a great time to get out and support our local businesses.
Oh, it is. And actually following this kind of heat wave we've had, it's going to be a more enjoyable time to be out and about. I would encourage you really to do what you can by foot in our downtowns. Get out there and walk around and take a look in a window and see, maybe a place that you want to visit, during the day or when it's open. Get curious about the community that we live in. Learn more. If there's something that you don't like or you wonder about, again, I think the chamber is a great place to call and ask us if we can provide you with some information, if we can point you in the right direction. And you're right that we would love people to consider membership in the chamber. We are a business organization, so we're particularly interested in businesses and organizations that see value in what we do. We certainly have individual memberships too. So I think we have over 20 individuals. They are primarily retired people, but you don't have to be. People that, for whatever reason, they're not connected directly to a business, but for one thing, they want to get our monthly magazine, and they want to feel that they have a relationship with us where they can call upon us. And a few of them just simply want to offer a small token of support each year to make sure we do what we do. It's not unusual for us to have businesses that either resist joining the chamber or in some cases decide not to renew their membership because they see it as something that obligates them to a high level of engagement, to attending things. They may perceive they have to come to meetings, which is absolutely not true. We have a small group of people that come to meetings for things, but we're not a meet a lot organization. Or they feel that if they don't attend things, our steak fry is tomorrow. So that is a member opportunity. We love that. It is really focused on members and getting together and doing some networking. They feel like if they don't come to those things, there's not value. And it couldn't be further from the truth. Our conversations each week talk about what kind of resources we offer to the community. So when we go out there and we do these events, when we pick up the phone and answer questions, when we have a business contact us and they're looking for a connection to another business, to a legislator, to anything in the community, your membership supports us being there to do that. We are not government funded. We're not part of the city. We're not part of the county. We are an independent organization that exists on behalf of the business community. So it is indeed our business community that through membership assures that me and my staff will be there, have phones available to us, have a desk to sit at. Without that membership support, your chamber can go away. And we've watched chambers be very, very challenged because they have the lack of those membership dollars. So we do fundraising that helps us get kind of over the hump, of other expenses. And obviously we have to have paper to print things. And, there are things that membership wouldn't get us to that we think are important. Programs like leadership have enrollment fees because we feed everybody that goes there. We provide materials. We pay some of our speakers. So, supporting your chamber is like supporting your community. So, and if for some reason you think, well, that's not an organization I want to support, we'd love to have feedback. We'd love to know, is there something, you may tell us there's something you want us to do that we're not going to do, but we'd love to be able to provide you with the information on why that maybe is someone else's to do and why we'd like you to support them if that's your priority.
That's great. We're coming to that time of year where you're saying goodbye to interns. Over the years, you've had great interns who've gone off to do great things, and they come back and check in from time to time. Is there one piece of information that you want all your interns to leave with? Or is there something that they've come back to you and said, hey, thank you because of this thing, I've kept that in the back of my head all this time?
Oh, easy peasy. Our interns both left in the last 2 weeks. So one left a week ago last Friday, and the other left last Wednesday. And so we made sure that we treated them to some ice cream and some nice going away stuff. And we asked that question. We asked the question, what did you learn? What will you take with you that you learned from your experience with us? And it was so heartening to hear. I now know and appreciate more about the community I live in. I didn't know there was so much to do. I didn't know all the people that were here that are so helpful. Like I'm going, just so much more appreciating my community. And we reminded them, you're going to go to school and you're going to be with other people who are going to have the same feeling you had when you started your internship, where they think that they're coming from a community where there's nothing to do and that people aren't helpful and they're looking for a way to escape their community. Please help others know that if they just try a little harder and talk to the right people, they can love their community too. We love them to love our community the best of all. So if we can get people to come to northwestern Pennsylvania, and more specifically Venango and Crawford County, come to the oil region, well, win for us. But really, we want a country where people love the community they're in, find ways to invest in that and appreciate that, and particularly to appreciate the people that are trying so hard in their community to make things better. I promise you, wherever you live, there's someone that, as they lay their head on their pillow at night, are trying to figure out what they can do the next day that will make life better for the people around them. Those people in the community, look for them, look for the helpers. They're out there and they need a pat on the back. They need a word of encouragement. They need you to acknowledge that they're working hard.
That's excellent. And, if you know somebody who's coming back to our area because they want to make a difference here and they're looking for a job, that would be a great person to hire because they're coming back with that enthusiasm. And it's great to go out and see what's out there. But sometimes you come back and you think, you know what, I can make a real difference here.
Yeah, for sure. One of our interns has said she believes that she'll return and work for us next summer if that opportunity exists for us. We're still there. We still have the funding and the need and all of that. And we tell all of our interns, we believe that somewhere in your future, you will have the desire to come home. It's just kind of natural. So let us be a tool for you. Let us be a connection for you, whether that happens right out of college or it happens 10 years from now when you realize you want to be closer to your parents or whatever it is that brings you home. Let us help you make that transition easier. Let us help you stay connected while you're living wherever you're living. We appreciate, the need to get more schooling and get more experience, but don't forget, we're the ones laying our head down on the pillow every night thinking, what can we do to make our community a little bit better? So
that's awesome. Susan, if folks have questions, they want to reach out to you, sit down with you at some point, how do they do that?
Yep, they can call us at 814-676-8521. They can make the trip up to the 5th floor of 100 Seneca Street. We'd love to see people there, but I want to remind people we get lots of questions about why are you clear up there? We can't see you. Well, we'll make it easy on you. You tell us where you want to see us and we'll be there. We'll do everything in our power to get to you, whether it's meeting in a coffee shop or coming right to your business, or probably not can come to your house unless we know you really well. But we are happy to find you, and we are out and about. So if you want to call me real quick, I'll tell you what my schedule looks like the next 2 weeks, and you can just run into me. Online, venangochamber.org, you'll find it all there. And don't forget to visit our community calendar on beherevenango.com.
Susan, great to see you this morning. Great catching up with you. All the best. It's going to be a busy rest of the year, isn't it?
It is. We'll keep you posted.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. That's Susan Williams joining us, President and CEO of the Venango Area Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, I'm Jasmine Levin, and I proudly own and operate Puppy Levin. Puppy Levin is a pet care salon dedicated to caring for your furry companions. We provide certified dog grooming services along with boarding and doggy daycare. Our facility is family-owned and operated and promise personalized care for every pet that comes through our doors. If you're worried about your furry friend being lonely when you're gone, we also have on-site personnel 24/7 just for their comfort. Follow us on Facebook and call or text us at 814-758-9259 to make an appointment today.
Anyone with a kind and generous heart and a little money can be a philanthropist. You too can be a force for good in our community, and the Crawford Heritage Community Foundation is here to help you make the most of your charitable giving. We've partnered with hundreds of people like you to make our world and our community a better place. You can give through us to support scholarships or any charitable organization or purpose. Whether you're interested in establishing a permanent endowment or adding to an existing fund, we want to be a part of your plan. Contact us when you're ready to make your mark. Together, we can make your contribution go further.
The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been serving the needs of Titusville and surrounding communities since 1965. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that have been passed down from one generation to now a new generation, who will work to provide you with a beautiful, lasting tribute to your loved one. When you need them, they will be there for you. This has been their foundation for almost 60 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street in Titusville.
Thinking about switching to 5G home internet? Think again. Unlike Zoom from Armstrong, 5G home internet is delivered by a cell tower. The further away you are, or the more devices connected to that tower, the slower your internet is. Cell phone providers also play favorites. When their network gets busy, cell phones win, and your home internet pays the price. Stick with Armstrong to get more data, more speed, and internet whenever you need it, not whenever they want. Armstrong, keeping you connected.
Sheer Design is Titusville's exclusive Paul Mitchell-focused salon. This full-service salon specializes in coloring, cuts, nails, and tanning. Owner Angela Saxon has over 20 years' experience as a Paul Mitchell professional. She and her licensed staff offer all cuts and styles for men and women of all ages. Call 814-827-0010 or stop in at 116 South Kerr Street in Titusville.
J. Gill Plumbing and Heating takes pride in being the premier heating and air conditioning service provider in the area. With over 30 years of experience, our highly skilled and certified technicians will work closely with you to address your heating and air conditioning repair, installation, or maintenance needs. Our team is dedicated to making your home the ultimate place of comfort. Call today to get a free estimate. We also offer financing options and membership opportunities that provide peace of mind and cost savings. Call J. Gill Plumbing and Heating today or visit them online 24/7 at jgillplumbingheating.com.
If you're looking for a professional massage therapist, Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville is here for you. Ray and Rauch graduated from Slippery Rock University with a bachelor's degree in exercise and rehabilitative sciences with an emphasis in athletic training. Tranquil Moments offers a wide range of services, from Swedish massage to deep tissue, sugar scrubs to hot towel inclusion therapy. Like them on Facebook and visit their website to learn more about all the services they offer. Tranquil Moments Massage in Titusville.
Share the fun of train travel and relive our country's oil history as you ride the OC&T through the valley that changed the world. Learn about the past while traveling on vintage cars. See a variety of wildlife with stops at Drakewell Park, Petroleum Center, and Oil Creek State Park. Arrive early and see the vast collection of train and railroad memorabilia at Perry Street Station. After the ride, enjoy a night's stay at the Caboose Motel. For seasonal specials or for more information, visit octrr.org or call 814-676-1733.
U.S. stocks finished mostly lower on Tuesday, with the Dow ending essentially flat, the S&P 500 dropping about 0.6%, and the tech-heavy Nasdaq losing nearly 1.5%. Investors are focused on the Federal Reserve's annual symposium in Jackson Hole, Wyoming this week, culminating in remarks on Friday from Chair Jerome Powell. And that has them on edge, according to Melissa Brown, Managing Director of Investment Decision Research at SimCorp.
I think things may be heading south today because possibly the prospect of the Fed cutting rates or discussing cutting rates at the meeting on Friday. Maybe there's a little less chance of that. I've seen a lot of commentary recently about that there's really not a huge need to cut rates, that the economy is reasonably strong. And what many economists are more worried about is inflation.
Despite that, interest rate futures point to a total of 2 25 basis point rate cuts this year, with the first expected in September, according to data compiled by LSEG. Among Tuesday's stock movers were megacaps, which lost ground after rallying much of the year, with AI darling Nvidia shedding 3.5%, its biggest drop in nearly 4 months. Some market participants have expressed concerns about AI-related stocks after OpenAI CEO Sam Altman said they are in a bubble in an interview with The Verge late last week. Shares of Intel jumped roughly 7% after the chipmaker got a $2 billion capital injection from Japan's SoftBank Group. And shares of Palo Alto Networks rose 3% after the cybersecurity company forecast fiscal 2026 revenue and profit above estimates.
Well, here's a quick look at that weather forecast for northwest Pennsylvania. Cloudy skies, stray shower, thunderstorm possible. Highs today in the upper 70s. Cloudy tonight, stray shower, thunderstorm possible. Lows in the mid-60s. On to Thursday, cloudy, mid-70s. Friday, mostly sunny, low 80s. Saturday, mostly cloudy, low 80s. Sunday, isolated thunderstorms with temperatures in the upper 70s. That is a look at your weather forecast at 8:38. This is the Morning Drill. You're watching it on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Well, Kelly Clark is the Marketing and Communication Specialist with Titusville Area Hospital, and she joins us here this morning. Hi, Kelly. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Great.
Good to see you.
Always a fun time of year, right? Fairs, festivals.
Yeah, we have definitely had a lot going on lately.
Is it fun, to be out in the community and see people and have people come up to you?
Yes, definitely. We've had so many things going on lately. We were just at Oil Fest. I know you were there. We saw you during the parade. Now, were you one of the judges, or were you just MC?
MC, but I hate going out during those things because everybody's like, "Oh, bearded lady," and I'm like, "No, it's me." It's not much fun. Same thing at the Crawford County Fair. I was walking around a little bit last night, and there's the bearded lady. No, it's not.
Is that really a thing?
No.
So Oil Fest was a lot of fun. It was nice to see everyone. We did a float this year, which we had not done one since I have started at the hospital. So
you brought it back?
We brought it back.
Great. It was awesome, by the way.
Thank you. We had Dr. Zahner on there. Which a lot of people know Dr. Zahner well. He's been at the hospital for quite a while. So it was nice to have him on the 125th anniversary float. Something different that we did this year. We tied for second in the parade. That's why I was asking if you were one of the judges.
Oh, no.
You know.
No, I know them, but
Right.
I'll give you their names later.
Okay, perfect.
It was a great float.
Thank you.
A lot of time goes into that. It's been one of those years, but with the celebration going on for the 125, there's been a lot of work that has gone into that. It was awesome that it continued into the parade. Is that something where you just kind of put it aside and say, okay, for special occasions, or now do you go, okay, every year maybe we look to do it?
Well, it was we were like, we're just going to do it for the 125th, and really want to show up and celebrate with the community and let them know about our celebration. And now we're like, that was really fun. What are we going to do next year? So we didn't really need one more thing to do, but why not? It was something fun, and it got, we invited anyone that wanted to walk with us, any of our staff, any of our doctors to walk with us in the parade. Some of us dressed up in traditional, 1900s attire, which was really fun. Everyone had a good time. So, yeah, we probably will do it again next year.
That's wonderful.
And if Michelle Burdick's listening right now, she's like, no, we're not.
Well, the other thing it kind of does, too, it just kind of pulls everybody together, too. And
It does, and really brings you back to the community. And it was nice, on some of the parade route, we would get to a certain point and everyone would start clapping and say, thank you so much for your service.
Oh, wow.
A lot of the people that were walking have been nurses in the ER for a long time. So, a lot of families have gotten to know them and gotten to trust them. So just nice to be out there and see the community and see what an impact that we do make.
That's great. Good job.
Yeah,
that's
thank
awesome.
you.
But it didn't end with just the parade. I think you guys were in Shady Park as well for the weekend.
We had Titusville Area Hospital had a table set up, and also the Titusville Area Hospital Auxiliary members. They did a fundraiser, and it went very well. We had all of our departments that wanted to participate donate baskets to the auxiliary to raffle, and just to make sure everyone participated, we added a little competition along with that. So we counted up all of the tickets of who got the most tickets. So it was a really big competition between departments, friendly competition to see who could have the best basket, who could get the most tickets. So it ended up being a lot of really great baskets. Cardiac Rehab won with their lottery board, and we raised just over $4,000.
Wow.
For the auxiliary, yeah. Yes.
That's great.
We hope that gets bigger and better every year. With this growing competitiveness, it probably will.
Now, what the money raised will do what?
So the money raised, most every single dollar that the auxiliary raises goes directly back into the hospital. What this money will go towards is at the end of the year, at Christmas time, they do what's called the wish list. So they ask all of the departments in the hospital to come up with something that they want, and it's patient care related, like something that will make a patient's visit, stay, care better. It's something that maybe wasn't included in capital or was denied in capital, or something that, their budget was already done and something broke and they really need a new one. So it's usually something like that, and they submit their wishes to the auxiliary, and depending on how much money the auxiliary has, their goal is to grant all of those wishes.
Wow.
Yeah, so all of those monies do go back to direct patient care.
Is it crazy to think that that's only a few months away?
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
Are those conversations that you kind of have, like the lights of love and all that? Okay.
So we have our next board meeting for the auxiliary coming up in September, and the agenda is, it's really all about, lights of love and really everything that's going to be coming up in the next couple of months through fall.
That's great. Crawford Gives just wrapped up.
Crawford Gives, yes, we participated in Crawford Gives. They raised so much money this year that those days of giving are so important to so many different organizations. We raised just over $2,000 for us. So that was exciting. We had a lot of board members that participated in giving and community members. And it's really just a good time to give back. Even if you want to give $5, $25, it all adds up. And you can watch the leaderboard. And it's pretty exciting for those organizations that maybe don't write a lot of grants or don't have time to do a lot of fundraising. And it really makes an impact on those.
How about just even being able to look at, it's like a nice directory of all these great organizations and kind of see what everybody's doing. It's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Mention this festival fair time of year. You mentioned Oil Festival, which just wrapped up, but now you got the Crawford County Fair going on. We were up there for just a little bit last night. Saw our friends over at Meadville Medical Center in there.
Yeah, I was there. I missed you.
Okay.
I heard you. I heard. I think Jenna saw you.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. A lot of people in there.
There was so much going on in there. They were doing, they had their student nurses that are going through the program over there. They had them checking blood pressures. They had oncology there. They had PT there. They had the cardiologist there talking about stroke, symptoms, signs of stroke. Penny was there for the insurance, and just a lot of different parts. And they do plan on having different people in throughout the week. Titusville Area Hospital will be there handing out information as well. So if you are at the fair, and I know they have a lot of different days, like yesterday was if you were a senior citizen or a vet, you got in for free. So they have different days, so maybe check that out and see if there's a day that, what the schedule is and if there's anything there that will interest you.
Is this the time of year for you where for marketing, you sort of get feedback from the community itself, and you just hear things or have conversations with people where you take it back and go, okay, yeah, this is kind of sitting with me. What do we do about this?
We do. Although I will say we've added so many services in the last 5 years I've been here. People are really running out of things to ask for.
Well, but not even that. I mean, I'm sure there's other little things that pop up from time to time, or maybe you hear like, boy, it's such an inviting atmosphere now when you walk in. And
yeah, we've been getting so many compliments just on the different things that the projects, the upgrades. We're continually upgrading equipment, aesthetics, just different departments. And, our hospital is, like, we have been celebrating 125 years old. Some of those departments have not been revamped, in quite a while. So it's a continual process. And we just finished the ICU not that long ago. That was our most recent upgrade. And, oh, my goodness, the results of that from before and after, spectacular. Everybody did a really nice job. So, we definitely get good feedback on things like that. Like, I haven't been in the hospital for a long time, and I was just there. I couldn't believe this department. And so. Well,
here's an example for you, too. And I'm not always talking about the negative stuff, right?
Right.
I walked past somebody around lunchtime. This was last week or 2 weeks ago. And they were holding a bag with food that they just picked up, and they were heading back to the office. I'm like, oh, you going out to lunch? I said, I'm just running some errands. No, I just ran up to the hospital and got some lunch, and now I'm coming back to work. It's like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, we our cafeteria is pretty nice. We have certain days that people really enjoy. Our burger day is phenomenal. We have a baked potato bar some days.
Oh.
And we have a lot of people that stop in, get the menu, and get to-go food. And it's a good price for a whole lunch meal. They load you up, and we have a lot of folks that come in, even if they're not there for services.
Yeah.
They come in for lunch.
Well, then I hear there's a lot of people sneaking up to grab coffee. And
yes, and our coffee shop is always busy. Peyton does such a good job in the coffee shop. We are so happy that she's there. When during COVID we had closed that down, that was ran by our auxiliary. And it was really sad to see that space darkened. And I don't know, it was really great that Peyton came and brought life back into it.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Again, other ways of supporting the hospital. You're watching The Morning Drill on Stream TV and on the Armstrong Neighborhood Channel. Kelly Clark with us here this morning, Marketing and Communications Specialist with Titusville Area Hospital. And we were talking about the upgrades around the hospital itself and all the great things happening there. And you gave us a quick hint of, always adding new services or doctors coming in. And
yes,
you have some people coming.
We have a new, so our Dr. Tay, that was with us for a long time, was our ENT doctor. He retired last year, and we brought Dr. Paneru in. She has been absolutely great and has gone full-time. So Dr. Tay was there on a part-time basis, and when we brought Dr. Paneru in, she was full-time. So that added a lot of services, and she brought with her allergy testing. So that's something new that we were offering. So if anyone maybe hadn't heard about that, we are offering allergy testing at the hospital through her office. And she's so busy that we're adding another ENT physician.
No way.
Yes. So another ENT physician. Hope to have them on soon to introduce them and talk about the services. They'll be starting pretty soon, probably within the month. We also have an audiologist joining us. She'll be starting in September. And a lot of people are always asking about dermatology. It's definitely a need. If you were to call a dermatologist and you weren't established there, you may be on a 6 to 12 month waiting list to be seen by a dermatologist. So we will be offering dermatology in probably January. That will probably be ready to go through physician services. So those are just some of the new services that we are adding. Pretty excited about. I'll be bringing those folks on, and they can talk a little bit about what they do and introduce themselves. So, very exciting.
You blink and it'll be here.
It will.
So, yeah.
It will. I should probably start scheduling that now.
And then, there's also opportunities, right? If people go to the website or Facebook page, from time to time, they'll see possible career openings, potential opportunities.
We have really been pushing our employment opportunities out. We have a lot of great opportunities, some things that need filled critically. One of them is our physical therapy. We are looking for a lead physical therapist. We are offering a $15,000 sign-on bonus. So putting it out there, if you know anyone that maybe is looking for a change or relocation, definitely have that physical therapist apply. It's a great opportunity and a really great sign-on bonus. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Not only that, but some excitement with the facility that will be coming soon, right?
Yes. So that will be our outpatient facility. That's what we were raising money for through Crawford Gives. So that will be all of the outpatient therapies. So speech, PT, and occupational therapy will all be housed in one building, which will make such a difference for those individuals that are maybe getting services from several different places. Instead of making many trips or many appointments, you can have all of your appointments aligned and just really have that continuity of care.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. And what's the process for somebody applying for a job with Titusville Area Hospital?
So we've made it really easy because I think sometimes, our application is pretty grueling. I think it's about 4 pages. So by the time you fill that out and, get it sent in. So we've made it very easy. So actually, you don't even have to fill out the 4-page application right away. If you want to do the quick apply, you just go to our website, go to careers, and there will be a quick apply link, and it's about maybe, I want to say 10 questions, if that. It's really just some basic information so we can get you screened and get you brought in for an interview. So the application process is easier than ever. So if you're kind of on the fence and you just want to see if maybe there's anything out there for you, keep your information on file for upcoming positions. Go ahead and do a quick apply and see if there's any position that will maybe be applicable for you.
That's great. And then there's a list of other opportunities as well. So
yes, and we've been working hard to really keep that updated on our Facebook page, making that post pinned to the top of all of the current jobs and also on our website.
Others include what? Licensed clinical social worker?
Yes.
Counselor?
So that's part of our behavioral health. That has grown exponentially. When we started with one behavioral health counselor, and now we have spread to 2, and we also have Melinda Douglas. She is doing the medication management portion of that. So we already have 3 providers in our behavioral health department, and we're looking for a 4th. So it's definitely a critical need in the area. The appointments fill up quickly, and we would really like to be able to help everyone in need. So we're just going to keep expanding those services as much as we can.
All right. That's a wonderful opportunity there, and pretty simple, right? Apply and get the process going.
Yes. Or, and if you're not sure, or maybe you don't have adequate internet access, you can always give our HR a call, and they can walk you through the steps of what you need to do to get in there and get hired.
And again, if you're like, boy, we're talking so fast and moving through, and you want to kind of digest everything, go to the Facebook page, the website, and you can read about all the opportunities.
Yes, and I believe every job, if you click on every job, they have a full job description.
Okay.
Most of them have the pay rate and what all of the qualifications are. Right there on the website, you can kind of filter through and see what's going to work best for you.
And kind of going back to the parade, here's a shot that's available to look at on Facebook. But what a great crew and great float once again. So, Kelly, congratulations on just a busy summer and year so far for you.
Yes, it has been. A lot of exciting things. The 125th year celebration has been so fun, and just adding some new things and new projects to our already busy schedule. But it's just been fun to work on that. If you haven't seen the history wall yet, next time you're in the hospital, walk down that main hallway towards imaging. That's where it is, and it has a lot of interesting information about the hospital and pictures. And yeah, it's just kind of fun to look at. And I was never really into history. And then when we started working on the hall, the project for the wall, I was like, maybe I am into history, because it's just very interesting to go through all of that and see all the different things that had happened in that 125 years.
Do you ever think, okay, how do we top this next year? Or I'm sure last year you probably thought, okay, this was a great year, or I wonder what's going to happen next. And then all of this stuff comes up. And
yeah, that is kind of how it's been going. I've been with the hospital for 5 years, and when I look back at how we started and how my job started, and then we went through COVID, and just the changes have been crazy.
Yeah.
So.
Well, a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
If folks have questions, want more information on anything, how do they reach you? What's the best way of doing that? Or they want to give money?
So, yes. Our Facebook page and our website always have really great information. If there's something else that you're looking for, as he mentioned, if you wanted to donate to any of our projects, you can always give the foundation a call. You can call me directly at 827-1060. That will get you in contact with me. You can always call the hospital directly for any other department. You can ask them to speak with a specific department if you need more information. But yes, we are always available.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, Luke. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Kelly Clark joining us here this morning.